2008 was 25 years ago. Feel old yet? Okay, maybe my math is a little bit off, but it's long enough that Madden was actually pretty good back then, especially the PS2 version. Today, I'm going to take a trip back in time and relive one of the last worthy editions of Madden NFL. I load up Madden 08 and I'm greeted by cover boy and default Heisman winner Vince Young, who reminds me that I'm about to build an excellent squad.
Oh, dream team.
My first order of business is to create a team. I want the NFL to expand internationally, so my team will be the Scotland Kilts. This makes me realize something. The line between cross-dressing and extreme manliness is, well, it's razor thin. The Kilts are obviously from Scotland, but for tax purposes, their stadium is in the great state of Wyoming. I load up a franchise, and sadly, I must replace an existing NFL team. Sorry, St. Louis, you know why I had to pick you. I guess I'm the Stan Kroenke of Madden. By the way, did you know that Kroenke donated to Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump in 2016? It's like, hey man, make up your mind. Instead of rebuilding a team like those other idiot YouTube morons, I'm going to cut corners and do a fantasy draft. My first pick is Champ Bailey, a cornerback who ran routes better than the wide receivers he was covering. Up next is safety Ed Reed, who unlike Champ Bailey, knew how to finish off a pick six. With Ed Reed and Champ in the same secondary, we could make Eli Apple look good on the other side. Well, maybe not. Up next is Randy Moss, who was so washed up in 2007 that the Raiders let him go for a 4th round pick. Now that's what I call a disgusting act. At running back, I'll go with Viking star Chester Taylor. Then I draft Titans defensive tackle Albert Haynesworth, a great player with an especially high motor.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
At the other wide receiver position, I go with Mike Furry. It really sucks that people have ruined his last name. I snag Vernon Davis at tight end.
Cannot play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
Then I grab some rookie linebacker named Patrick Willis. I take another unproven commodity in Oklahoma rookie running back Adrian Peterson, mostly so he can get used to backing up Chester Taylor. I need a quarterback, so I try to draft number 1 overall pick Jamarcus Russell, who has a sick-ass cannon for an arm and no red flags. Unfortunately, John Madden himself decides I don't have enough money for this phenom quarterback, so I'm forced to draft washed-up has-been Kurt Warner. The Scotland Kilts are all set, and I can't wait to hit the field and see what we can do. I practice not sucking, and I'm hoping that carries over to game day. We've got some real weapons, and I'm really excited, but I don't know if I can fully articulate it. Maybe the cover boy can help me.
Oh, dream team.
Our first game is against the Carolina Panthers, and I decide to do some scouting. Their quarterback is former USC Heisman winner Matt Leinart, who I'm sure is going to live up to the hype. Hold on, what is it with bad LA quarterbacks and hot tub pictures? You know what? I have to check something. Yep, here's Mark Sanchez, and yep, it's a hot tub. Their best player on defense is Michael Strahan, and my game plan is to run the ball directly between this gap right here. It's almost time for kickoff, and in the immortal words of Bart Scott,
congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh.
Can't wait.
Back to you.
1 week later.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are the AFC champions.
It's the first game for the Scotland Kilts, and they're playing in front of a very confused crowd of Wyomingites. We get the ball, and this is how we start the game.
Only one man in the backfield. He gets the carry, fakes the handoff, rolling left, rolls out to his left with the throw, and it's intercepted. The 40, the 30.
I'm very disappointed in Kurt Warner and have immediate regrets that I couldn't draft Jamarcus Russell. Fortunately, our defense holds, and in a shocking turn of events, Mike Vanderjagt doesn't miss the uprights by 50 yards. On the ensuing drive, I accidentally call fair catch, and we're backed up at the shadow of our own goal line. Kurt Warner tries to escape the pocket, but he runs like he's wearing concrete flip-flops. Chester Taylor produces our first down, but after an incomplete pass, I'm facing 4th and inches. Madden thinks I should punt, but but I remember that guy didn't always give the greatest advice.
I think that the Patriots, with this field position, you have to just run the clock out. You have to play for overtime now.
I go for it on 4th down and get absolutely stuffed. You know what? Maybe Madden knew a thing or two about a thing or two. After the turnover on downs, our defense comes through in the clutch once again. Rookie defensive end Jarvis Moss drops into zone and picks Leinart. I bet this kid is going to have a great career. On the ensuing drive, I pick up a big 3rd down, finding a wide open Chester Taylor on a wheel route. I try to keep the momentum going, but Vernon Davis thinks he's playing volleyball and tips the pass right to Donnie Edwards. Usually Vernon Davis has good hands, but it feels like I've seen this before. It looks like we might return the favor on the next drive, but some rookie nobody named Darrelle Revis does his best Vernon Davis impression with the ball. Vanderjagt adds another field goal, but Champ Bailey puts together a nice kickoff return to give us great field position. It's always good to have your best player on special teams. Finally, Kurt Warner hits a big pass to wide receiver Brandon Stokely.
Oh, God! Stokely!
3 straight passes to fullback Lorenzo Neal, and we finally get in the end zone for the first touchdown in the history of the Scotland Kilts. Following another Panthers field goal in the 2nd quarter, I stop playing around and throw a bomb to Randy Moss. I'm really not sure why this wasn't the game plan from the get-go, but this is gonna work. I get caught in no man's land like it's World War I and think it's a good idea to go for it on 4th and 10, which, of course, it's not. The Panthers are done kicking field goals. Leinart performs some kind of exorcism spin and goes deep to their own number 84, Javon Walker, and Carolina takes a commanding 9-point lead. I'm guessing this won't show up on Ed Reed's career highlight reel. Warner gets away with a really shitty pass, but he makes up for it by getting sacked 2 plays later. There's still time before half, so I try another deep shot to Moss, but Jesus, I might need to send this guy back to that grocery store in Iowa. Clean up in aisle 13, you big fucking idiot. I'm hoping that a halftime break will calm my nerves, but I keep falling victim to old habits. Rookie safety Sabby Piscatelli has a great shot at an end zone interception, but the ball bounces off his hands. Maybe it's time to invest in some gloves there, Sabby. It's 19-7, and I have to get some points on this drive. I complete a pass on 3rd down.
Oh, God! Stokely!
And follow it up with a big old home run ball.
He hands it off. Play action. Looking for the long completion. It's caught. Smith comes up to make the play at the 19-yard line.
It's a massive gain, and it sets up this touchdown pass to Chester Taylor. Excuse me, what should have been a touchdown pass. That's more like it. Warner follows that up with the most predictable interception of all time, and we're right back at square one. After a much-needed stop on defense, I get the ball back and start to establish a bit of a rhythm through the air. After hitting tight end Owen Daniels on a nice corner route, I go back to my best playmaker on the outside.
They'll pass on 1st down. Looking long down the right side of the field. Jumping and has it.
It's just what the doctor ordered, and now we're just 1 score away from taking a very improbable lead. Our defense gets an incredibly clutch stop. The Panthers are forced to punt it away on 4th down, and there's time for one final drive with under a minute to go in the ballgame. You're not going to believe what happens next.
The Panthers with a 4-man front. With the throw, Ryan Russell picks it.
Okay, well, I guess I have to check something once again. I knew it! Well, it's a hot tub full of Skittles, but close enough.